Okay, real question. Have you ever been in a conversation with an American and they said something like, just spill the tea, or it's a no-brainer, and you had absolutely no idea what they were talking about?
That is the most common experience for English learners. You study grammar, you pass the test, and then a real American says cut to the chase and you're completely lost. Today we fix that. Welcome to Real English. I'm William, and today we are diving into American slang, the stuff native speakers say every single day but nobody teaches in school.
And I'm Sarah. Full disclosure, this episode is inspired by a very embarrassing experience I had recently. I was talking to an American colleague and she said so many things I didn't understand. I just kept nodding and smiling.
Classic. Well, today we are going to go through 6 of the most important American slang expressions, with funny examples and full explanations. By the end, you'll be the one using the slang, not just nodding at it.
We're doing this as a conversation where I play the confused English learner and William plays the American who explains everything. Which is basically what happened to me in real life, honestly.
Alright, let's set the scene. Sarah just got back from her first week working at an American company. She's debriefing with William, her American friend, and she's a little overwhelmed.
William, I need your help. I've been working with Americans all week and I understood maybe 60% of what they said. And I'm supposed to be fluent.
Huh. Welcome to America. What happened? Give me an example.
Okay, so my manager said, should we upgrade the software? For me, it's a no-brainer. And I thought, is she saying she has no brain? That doesn't make sense. She's very smart.
Oh, that's a good one. A no-brainer means something so obvious that you don't even need to think about it. Like, the decision is so easy it requires no brain power. So your manager was saying upgrading the software is an obvious choice.
Oh, that makes total sense. Okay, next one. A coworker asked me to join his team for a project and I said I wasn't sure yet. And he said, don't be on the fence, just commit. On the fence? Like a garden fence?
Huh. Kind of. Imagine you're literally sitting on top of a fence between 2 yards. You haven't jumped to either side yet. That's on the fence. It means you're undecided. You haven't made a choice.
I love that image. Okay, this one really got me. My colleague said, okay, spill the tea. What happened with the presentation? And I looked around thinking, what tea? Where?
That's one of my favorites. Spill the tea means share the gossip. Give me the exciting or secret information. Nobody is talking about actual tea. It's like spilling the details. When someone says spill the tea, they want the drama.
The drama. Yes. Okay, that makes so much sense now. So my colleague wanted to know what happened at the presentation. She was being nosy.
Exactly. In the best way. Americans love their tea.
Okay. After work, my manager said, I'm going to hit the sack early tonight. I'm exhausted. And I thought, is she going to fight a bag of sand? What does that mean?
No fighting involved. Hit the sack just means to go to bed and sleep. The sack here is an old word for a sleeping bag or bed. It goes back to when people slept on sacks of hay. Now we just use it casually to mean go to sleep.
Oh, that's fascinating. So she just meant she was going to sleep early because she was tired. That's so simple.
Exactly. Simple once you know it. What else have you got?
Okay, last 2. During a difficult conversation with HR, my manager said, at some point you're just going to have to bite the bullet and have that conversation. I thought, bullet? Is someone in danger?
Huh. No one's in danger. Bite the bullet means to force yourself to do something hard or unpleasant that you've been avoiding. It comes from old times when soldiers had to bite down on a bullet during painful medical procedures because there was no anesthesia. Tough, right?
That's actually really dark. But okay, so she meant I need to stop avoiding the hard conversation and just do it. Got it.
Exactly. And the last one?
This one is so embarrassing. I was in a meeting telling a long story about my weekend, and my colleague said, Sarah, can you cut to the chase? We only have 5 minutes. I thought she was being rude about chasing something.
She wasn't being rude. Well, maybe a little impatient, but it's a very common phrase. Cut to the chase means skip the long introduction and get straight to the main point. It comes from old movies where directors would skip boring scenes and cut straight to the action. the chase scene.
Oh, so she wanted me to stop telling her about my weekend and just get to whatever was relevant to the meeting.
Bingo. And next time you're in a meeting and time is short, you can say it yourself, let me cut to the chase. It shows you're efficient and respect people's time.
I love how knowing these phrases changes everything. Like, I was nodding and pretending to understand, but now I actually understand. It's such a different feeling.
That's exactly the goal. Slang and idioms aren't just fun extras. They're how native speakers actually communicate. When you understand them, conversations become so much easier and more natural. Let's slow down and really lock in the first 3 expressions. We want to make sure you not only understand them, but can actually use them yourself.
Number 1, no-brainer. This one is so useful in everyday conversation. When a decision is easy and obvious, you say it's a no-brainer. You can also say, that's a no-brainer, or just no-brainer.
You'll hear this in business contexts a lot. Going with the cheaper supplier is a no-brainer. Or in casual conversation, should we get pizza or cook? Pizza. No-brainer. It works everywhere.
Number 2, on the fence. Remember the image. You're sitting on top of a fence, undecided about which side to jump to. If you're on the fence, you haven't made a decision yet. Maybe you see good reasons on both sides.
You might say, I'm on the fence about going to the party. I'm kind of tired, but I don't want to miss it. Or someone might ask you, are you still on the fence about the new job? It's very natural.
Number 3, spill the tea. This one has really taken off in American culture, especially among younger people. To spill the tea means to share gossip or inside information. The tea is the juicy story.
You can also just say spill on its own. Like, what happened at dinner with your ex? Spill. And someone who has a lot of gossip has all the tea. This expression comes from drag culture and has become completely mainstream in the US. Now let's hear one more conversation. This time, Sarah is testing out her new slang knowledge, with mixed results.
Okay, William, I practiced. Listen to this. My friend asked if I wanted to go hiking this weekend, and I said, should we go? No brainer. I'm in. Was that right?
That was perfect. Absolutely natural. You sounded completely American.
Yes. Okay, and then later, my coworker asked if I was going to apply for the team lead position. And I said, I'm still on the fence. The extra responsibility is a lot. Right?
Nailed it. Seriously. That is exactly how a native speaker would say that. You're a natural.
Okay, but I also tried to use spill the tea, and I think I did it wrong. My manager was giving a presentation, and in the middle of it I said, okay, spill the tea, and everyone looked at me weird.
Huh. Yeah. Spill the tea is very casual and social. You would not say that to your manager during a presentation. It's for gossip with friends. Save it for the right moment, like after work when you're getting coffee with a friend.
That is a very good point. Context matters. Okay, let me try the others. My friend wanted to talk for 2 hours before getting to the main point, and I said, sorry, can you cut to the chase? I have to hit the sack early tonight.
2 in 1 sentence. That is advanced slang usage. I'm proud of you. And yes, completely correct. You were telling your friend to get to the point because you need to go to bed early.
And the last one, I finally bit the bullet and signed up for that public speaking course I've been avoiding for 2 years.
Perfect usage and good life decision. That's a win. You've mastered all 6 expressions.
The key lesson here is that slang has context. Some phrases are for friends, some work in professional settings, and some can be used anywhere. Always pay attention to who you're talking to and what the situation is.
No-brainer and cut to the chase can be used in professional settings. Hit the sack, spill the tea, and on the fence are more casual. Bite the bullet works in both. When in doubt, start casual and see how people respond.
Let's break down the final 3 expressions in detail. These are the ones with the most interesting histories and the ones learners get most confused by.
4th expression, hit the sack. This is one of the most common informal phrases for going to sleep. You can also hear hit the hay, same meaning. The sack and the hay both refer to old-fashioned sleeping materials.
You'll often hear this at the end of the night. All right, guys, I'm going to hit the sack. Early morning tomorrow. It's relaxed and friendly. Don't use it in formal writing, but it's great in conversation.
Fifth, bite the bullet. This phrase is powerful because it carries a sense of bravery and determination. When you bite the bullet, you're doing something hard, but you're choosing to do it anyway. It implies courage.
Common examples. I bit the bullet and broke up with him. We had to bite the bullet and cut the budget. It always means the thing was hard, but you did it anyway. Very useful in emotional and professional contexts.
Sixth and final, cut to the chase. This one is used all the time in American business culture. It means, skip the preamble and get to the important part. When someone says this, they're being direct, they value efficiency.
You can use it about yourself. Let me cut to the chase. Or about a situation. Can we cut to the chase here? It's direct but not rude. In American culture, being efficient with people's time is a sign of respect. That's a no-brainer.
I'm still on the fence about it.
Come on, spill the tea.
I'm going to hit the sack early tonight.
I finally had to bite the bullet and do it.
Let me cut to the chase. Here's what happened. All right, quiz time. 3 questions to make sure today's slang is locked in. Let's go.
Question 1. Your American friend texts you, I heard something crazy happened at work today. Spill the tea. What does your friend want? A. A cup of tea. B. You to share the gossip or inside story. C. You to spill a drink. D. You to be quiet about it.
B is correct. To spill the tea means to share gossip or inside information. Your friend wants to hear the exciting story. T equals the juicy details. Remember, don't use it in a meeting with your manager, though.
Question 2. You've been putting off going to the dentist for 6 months. You finally call and make the appointment. How do you describe this? A. I hit the sack and called the dentist. B. I cut to the chase and called. C. I finally bit the bullet and made the dentist appointment. D. I was on the fence, so I didn't go.
C. I finally bit the bullet and made the dentist appointment. This is the perfect use of bite the bullet, something you were dreading, but you faced it and did it anyway. Well done.
Question 3. Your coworker is giving a very long, slow explanation before getting to the main point. You need to speed things up politely. What do you say? A. Spill the tea already. B. Could you cut to the chase? We're running out of time. C. Are you on the fence? D. Let's hit the sack.
B. Could you cut to the chase? We are running out of time. This is polite, professional, and gets straight to the point. Perfect for meetings or any situation where time matters.
That's a wrap on English 017. Today we covered 6 essential American slang expressions. No-brainer, on the fence, spill the tea, hit the sack, bite the bullet, and cut to the chase.
Your challenge this week. Use at least 3 of these phrases in a real conversation. Text a friend, spill the tea, tell someone a decision is a no-brainer, or say you're going to hit the sack. Make them yours.
If today's episode made English feel a little more fun and a little less scary, please subscribe to Real English on your favorite podcast app. And leave us a rating. It takes 30 seconds, and it genuinely helps us reach more learners.
Coming up on English 018, Small Talk in English. How to start conversations, keep them going, and exit gracefully, without the awkward silences. We'll cover exactly what to say when someone asks, how are you? And you want to say something more interesting than fine, thanks.
Until next time, keep listening, keep practicing, and don't be on the fence about your English. Just go for it.